Hey guys, RJ here, and this is for Premier League number 40. This video is entitled What Happens On and Off the Pitch, or something along those lines. I haven't quite titled it yet. But basically what I mean by that is there's a lot that happens both on and off the pitch in this episode. We have two really good games against two really strong opponents, but it kind of gets overshadowed by what happens off the pitch. As you could see there, Boswick finally left the club after I've been trying to get rid of him for what seems like ages. Someone actually wanted him. Watford put a 180,000 bid in for him, which was a bit below what he's actually worth, but nevertheless I'll take that. I don't want him on my books anymore. I don't want to have to pay his wages, and with the spare wages I then went on to put a contract offer in for Win. I put a bit more than he actually wanted for 2 more years to try and tie him to the club for as long as possible. Basically, even then, if I do change my mind about letting him go, I still know I've got him under contract, so I won't be having to increase his wage any longer. So, with the hope that he would accept for the end of this game, I go into this game with a relatively strong team in the hope of actually winning the game. But what I thought would be an interesting game turned out not to be, and by half time the score was 0-0. Now, not much happened in the first half. There wasn't either chances for either side, but in the second half here, the best chance of the game goes to them in a 90th minute where they could have easily scored in both occasions there. I really messed up, and it was actually so lucky that we didn't drop the point there to them based on my stupid keeping errors. But nevertheless, we drawed, we went out of the game, and got the news that Win had signed the contract. He's staying at the club for another 5 years. I think that'll take him up to when he's 31, which is quite a long time reflecting on it. But nevertheless, that was the only player that we were looking in at that transfer window, and we didn't actually sign anybody despite other clubs signing lots and lots of people and spending millions and millions, which unfortunately we don't have. So with the same box standard team, we went into the game against Derby. Now this game wasn't too much different from the last game. As you can see there, again we go in at half time with a 0-0. But unlike the other game, there was a goal to this game, and it come here in the 85th minute with Fry, who seems to be really good for hitting them not just out in the box but also out. As you can see here, he drills this one top corner, and that seems to be a common thing with him, that he can do that, which is phenomenal to have in a midfielder. I do try him in left wing or right wing, I'm not too sure, but he wasn't as successful, so therefore I think I will be keeping him in midfield for that reason. And that reason is actually going out quite well. But with that, for other positions, we have some up-and-coming players here. As you can see, Daryl Bremner seems quite promising for one of our youth players to go alongside Keith McCormack, who we actually got some more information on here. He's 80 to 91 rated with 58 to 66. The rating's getting more reliable now, and this is probably more likely what he's going to be. But nevertheless, look at them stats, 57 to 91 sprint speed predicted, and that's just at the moment. So, with that good news, I decided to have a look at how much of the season's left, how many games there is, and there's roughly about 16 games, guys. We've got about 3 months of games to go, so from next episode on, I'm just going to try and play through the games, go game, and try and win as many as we can, and hopefully push for a high league position and get some money for the team. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Peace.